It is time for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. Call me right now. I'd appreciate it. And you'd appreciate it too. 1-800-252-1025. And we also take your emails happily. LifeCoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let's go to the phones and we will talk with, I believe we're going to talk with Chris. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Great. How you doing this morning, sir?
Real well, man. Real well. What's up?
Hey, I got an issue. I'm going through a divorce right now, and unfortunately, I just can't afford a lawyer, so I'm having to deal with child custody and just wondering how I should go about this being, without a lawyer.
Well, there's a lot of ways that you can get legal aid and legal advice, because I got to tell you, I don't want to bum out your first thing of the day, but you're not making a mistake because you can't afford it. That's all there is to it. You can't afford it, and I respect that. If there was any way, shape, or form that you could get a lawyer and afford something, I would recommend that you do it. You're going to, if the judge is a stickler for details and things, you're going to miss a bunch of stuff because you're not a lawyer. I hear case after case of this, but specifically, I want to know, if you're going through a divorce right now, why haven't you seen your boy in over a year and a half? Is she blocking that?
Yeah, she's blocked my boy from seeing myself, my mom, my dad, my brother. My whole side of the family's been blocked from his life. She filed a no-contact order with no issues as far as violence or anything like that. She just filed it so she could get me out of the house. And then once I was out of the house, then she moved in to a new house with her new boyfriend that she was seeing on the side while we were married. And, she's got some agendas that she's been pulling off and utilizing the courts to get her way.
Well, that is what she does. And here's what's happening. I can tell you right now why you're getting a divorce. You're getting divorced because this woman is the devil. This woman's bad. I don't like her. You don't like her. She did all the right stuff. She's got you so you can't see your own flesh and blood for a year and a half. She's blocking your family. How did she get the money to afford a lawyer? If you had married all this time, how'd she afford anything you can't afford?
Well, her brother is an astronomical engineer for BF Goodrich, makes quite a good salary. And
right.
Her sister's also just became a judge for King County Superior Court, so she's got some contacts.
All right, so here's what I'm going to say to you. The same thing. Your ex-wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, is borrowing money to pay for a lawyer. I got to recommend you do the very same thing. I know there are people out there thinking, come on, man, he doesn't want to pay for a lawyer. But you also don't want to lose custody of your son. This woman's mean. This is my opinion of your ex-wife. She's mean, and she's bad, and she doesn't care how much she hurts you, and she doesn't care, in my opinion, the damage she does to your child by, blocking off access from their father and things like that. Beg, borrow, and steal enough money to get a lawyer on a retainer. And also, there's legal aid. Google right after you get off the phone with me how you can get a non-lawyer to negotiate with you, to hold your hand through this. Somebody that is an expert in the field but is not a lawyer costs 10% of what a lawyer will cost, maybe 20%. And I want you to do that. I want you to get some legal aid and somebody that will hold your hand when you go out to fill out the forms, because this woman is bad. She has it in for you, and you need to be protected, Chris. Good luck, buddy. I appreciate it.
We talk about it all the time with when Rick Jones is here, or even when he's not here, that it's expensive to hire an attorney.
Yes, it is.
But in the long run, you're going to go into a little bit of debt, but you'll have custody of your kid. You'll have a parenting
Absolutely.
plan.
First thing I recommend is find enough money for Rick Jones or somebody like that. But if you can't, but remember, if you think you can, but why? I'm going to do, Danny said the legal aid thing. That's not a replacement for a lawyer in this one, because, they're just working for her and she hates you. You really need to protect yourself and your kids, buddy.
800-252-1025. That is the number right now to dial for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. You can also email lifecoach@KZOK.com. Kevin in Aberdeen sent an email. I've been a single guy for the last 4 years. I gave my attention and my focus to the wrong people, and I've lost friends because of it. And now I can't find that special person. Can you give me tips on the best place to meet girls? I can't even flirt because I've lost the touch and my self-confidence.
Well, you got to what's this guy's name again?
Kevin.
Kevin, you got to get your mojo back. How are you going to meet a girl with that attitude? And I sound like your gym coach. Hey, man, how do you expect to win a game with that I can't do attitude, mister? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, you know what? You can smell a winner. And if you're out at a bar or whatever, when I'm a middle-aged cat, man. When I met women, I met them in bars. That's what you did. You went out and you went to bars till you scored one. But now there's so many places to meet a woman and to help you get your mojo back, because say it doesn't work out, whether she's not the right girl or you're not the right guy, there's another one. Remember growing up, Kevin? Everybody said, hey, there's more fish in the sea. Well, that couldn't be more true now. There is a website actually called More Fish in the Sea, and it's a dating site, I believe. But that's my answer to this kind of stuff for you, because it's an endless, and I'm not trivializing women or anything when I say this, an endless supply that you're going to go out to a dinner or a date or a movie, and if you don't do well or she doesn't do well, you just answer the next one who is for you. There's that guy. I think that's the ourtime.com. So for grown-ups, I think it's over people 40 or 50 years old. And he says, and you can tell he's not an actor because he's not very good at it. And I guess on this site, it's called Flirts when you're contacted by a woman. He says, I was only on the site 10 minutes when I got my first flirt. Yeah. And you can tell he's 10 minutes. There I'm going to go with... Don't go to farmers.com. That's not for you. But anything besides that, match.com is right for you, I believe. Check it out. But dating websites is the answer for your problem, man. You don't have to screw up your mojo by typing a few things and answers and getting a girl to meet you for lunch or something. That is the answer. I could go deeper, but in the end of the thing, if you're looking for the right answer, that's the one.
800-252-1025 is a number to reach Danny Bonaduce, life coach. Mark in Marysville, you're on with Danny.
Hey, Mark.
Good morning, Danny.
Good morning, sir. What can I do for you?
Well, I just want to say I love you.
Love you, too.
Been watching you since you were a child.
Thanks.
Okay, well, I have a stepdaughter. She's 19 years old, recently moved out on her own. She lives with her high school sweetheart, who has had issues with drugs. We put him in treatment one time.
Nice you.
Anyways, she seemed to have been responsible. I mean, she got a job. She had her place. Her boyfriend lost his job. Now she has lost her job. She's probably lost 20 pounds. And she swears that it's not drug related.
Well, I don't know her, so I will just say this. She's probably lying. It sounds all like drug problems to me, and I'm a pretty good expert in this one. It's she's losing weight real fast. I don't like her boyfriend. This guy, I don't like him very much. So let me make sure if I get the thing. How much do you like the boyfriend?
I don't.
Yeah, okay, cool. We are on the same page. I don't like him either. All right, so what's your question for me?
Well, I mean, what do I do? I mean, it's like she swears, and her mother, too, is either in denial or, she has a better inside track with her. Like I say, she's my stepdaughter. They have a closer relationship. I say drugs.
All right, I'm with you.
Okay. And what do I do? I mean, do I pluck a hair from her head?
Yes. Actually, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, absolutely. You don't have to pluck them. It's not a secret. If you're over at their little apartment, just go and get some hair from but that's costly. Are these guys borrowing money from you yet?
No.
Are they gonna?
Well, I don't know. See, she's a Chilean tribal member, and she got quite a bit of money when she turned 18. So right now, she still has money.
If she's on drugs, can I tell you how fast that will go? It's just sad, man. Because luckily I didn't have that much the first time around. But when I discovered the drugs, not that long after I did the Partridge Family, worked my whole life. I realized I'm only 16, 17 years old, but it still had worked my whole life. And boom, now I got nothing because I found drugs. It was just such a drag. Do not let this happen to your stepdaughter. So that's the thing. Well, now you say to me something that kind of changes things. If you're not sure that it's drugs because other reasonable people around you don't think it's drugs, do you just want to find out, or do you want to see where else this goes?
I want to find out because in the past she's always been truthful. I mean, not necessarily right up, but eventually she copped with the truth, with me anyways. And this time she's just swearing up and down it's not drugs.
Okay, I don't want to call her a liar because I don't know her, but I'm only going with what you say. But your wife believes her.
Right.
Okay. I usually say this, and the first time that somebody said this to me, and it mattered, it was my ex-wife, and she was telling me what was up with me, because I'm swearing, I'm not only swearing, I'm doing this one. This is my favorite one. How dare you? Yeah, you're having an affair. How dare you? You're on drugs. How dare you? I mean, I really did the how dare you thing. Is anybody disagreeing with that? Because here's the thing with the how dare you thing that my ex-wife said to me, where there's smoke, there's fire. And she was right every single time. So I'm with you, Mark, that your stepdaughter is probably on drugs, because where there's smoke, there's fire. Having said that, several other reasonable people don't see the smoke. Is it just you that sees the smoke?
Oh, no. Her aunt, her brother, everybody is questioning her behavior, her loss of weight. And the one thing that makes me doubt is she was in a job that she was subject to random urinalysis.
Right.
And now I don't think she had one, but and the reason she lost her job was for attendance. Not missing work, but being late.
Not showing up. Okay, part one of being a drug addict is taking drugs. Part two is being totally irresponsible and not showing up places. So I think you've got... but here's the thing. You said, should I go get a thing from her... from her hairbrush, and the answer was yes. That is exactly where I was going to go. So you know what to do on these. I was going to say, because I just assumed she was going to be borrowing money from you, that you could say, yeah, but you have to take a drug test. But here's what's going to happen is you are going to find out if you want to know enough, because it's not just, all you got to do with that hair grabbing thing is go on the internet, find the lab that does it, and send it. It might be $150. And hair is such a good indicator. And I think, first and foremost, before you do anything at all, you need to find out, for whatever reason, Mark, and you need to find out, am I right? That's what you really want to know. And that's the only way you can then do something about it, if you prove yourself right. If you can think of hairbrushes and hair from the head, you can think of a million other ways to find out if this chick is high. And my guess, I'm with you, is that she is. So good luck on that, Mark. I appreciate the call.
I've got time for one more caller. This is Becky in historic Kent.
Hey, Becky, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm doing good. I recently ran across like a dozen DVD porn in my boyfriend's house.
Yeah.
And we've never talked about it or anything, and we've been...
Well, if you don't, can I tell you this right off the back, Rebecca?
Yes.
If you don't have any reason that you want to have this conversation, there's no way if... say Sarah and I start dating, we have a relationship, and right when she walks into this relationship, I got a bunch of porn. I don't know too many people are going to go, you know what, before we go anywhere further, how do you feel about porn? It's just nobody's business. You got a little porn in your thing. So I don't believe he was really hiding it from you when he first started doing it. It's just something you want to introduce to the new girlfriend, and then time goes by, you're no longer the new girlfriend, you're the girlfriend, and he wants a little porn and doesn't want to have a conversation with you about it. And I think if he did, Rebecca, you wouldn't like it.
But I wouldn't what?
You wouldn't like the porn in his cupboard.
No, I don't. I would eventually want him to be gone out of the house.
Why?
Because the way it's going, we're going to be together.
Yeah. Are you going to say this to me, Rebecca? And remember, I love you. Are you going to say this to me? I should be enough for him. Is that what you're going to say?
No.
Yes, you are. You know you were.
Rebecca, does the porn make you uncomfortable? Why do you want the porn gone?
I have only watched it in my early 20s. I'm in my 50s now.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it's a thing. It's it's like escargot. You like it or you don't. That was a weird choice, but what the hell?
But you think he should be able to have it because it's for him and
yeah,
not
it's
for
his.
them.
Here's my feeling on this, Rebecca. That if it first of all, if it hurts your feelings, he should get rid of it. I'm backing you on that. It doesn't matter that it's harmless, because I think it's harmless, and I think he thinks it's harmless. But if it hurts the girl's feelings, that's enough. Get rid of it. But give him a chance to say, it doesn't have anything to do with you, and I want to have it around. Can I keep it, Rebecca? I love you. Please don't make me throw out my porn. And by the way, Rebecca, I had this conversation with my ex-wife, who at that time was all religious and stuff. DVD into my house. No, it's 20 years later. I don't forget. I don't forget she made me throw it away. So I don't make a grown man throw it away. But if it hurts your Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. I appreciate everything. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones, Divorce a Man. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.